Hello guys, today I'm going to be going over the top 15 best brawlers in today's current meta. So the 15th best brawler in the game I have as Starnova. I'm not totally sure on this honestly, but I have played around with her a little bit and she seems to be very high skilled and there's a lot you can do with her. In my opinion, I think her main attack is really strong right now as it is, and she doesn't even have a hypercharge, so when a brawler is pretty good without a hypercharge, you can just tell that all the base mechanics and damage and everything is already pretty good. Um, Something I think is a big problem with her and too strong. I think her speed and her super form, when she dashes, she's way too fast in my opinion. So you can get a ton of value out of her, and just overall her kit is just pretty strong, I would say. The 14th best brawler in the game right now is Stu. This is kind of random, honestly. Stu kind of came out of nowhere into the meta. I'm pretty sure he didn't get any buffs or anything, so this is just pretty much off the meta. He kind of just snuck in because of how everything was going. Pretty much the reason why Stu's so good right now is because he counters literally everything that's meta. He counters assassins, which are really strong right now, and he also counters a bunch of the control brawlers that are really good. Stu's also a very versatile brawler, so you can pretty much use Stu anywhere except for knockout and bounty. He's kind of usable in bounty, but for the most part you don't really want to use him there. And Stu, by the way guys, if you didn't know, Stu's a very good brawler if you have good ping, so if you have good internet, then make sure you are using Stu. Moving on, the 13th best brawler in the game right now, I would say, is Nina. She also kind of had a comeback in the meta, solely based on the meta changes alone. Mina is the most interesting brawler. She's extremely versatile. You can use Mina literally on any map in the game right now. The thing with Mina is that nothing truly hard counters her. She can always find a way to win as long as you're good enough at her. I would say Mina is the highest skill cap brawler in the game, so you can always get better at Mina and you can always do more. Most people don't know this, but Mina is actually pretty good into assassins and tanks. Once she gets her first super, she can basically just hold it, and the assassins or tanks, they can't really go in, or else they just get blown into the air. And normally into tanks and aggressive brawlers, you want to run the double super gadget. So pretty much anytime they go in, they just get blasted twice into the air and comboed. So if you're willing to learn Mina and get good at her, then you can pretty much win any match. Anyways, the 12th best brawler in the game right now is going to be Gene. Gene is basically only used in bounty and knockout, but he is so strong there. The pull is just super broken. You guys definitely need the mythic gear, by the way. The mythic gear is what makes Gene really good. Without that, he would probably not be a very good brawler. The reason why Gene is so strong, especially in pro play, is because you can basically just draft around him very easily. Gene is no damage, but that's practically his only counter. So people will normally just take a high damage brawler with Gene, and then he's pretty much untouchable and can just walk up with the pull. The pull in knockout and bounty just has so much pressure, because if you just misstep one tile or anything, you pretty much just lose the round if you get Gene pulled. But make sure guys to only use Gene in bounty and knockout, because in the other modes he just does not really provide enough value normally, and in Brawl or Hot Zone he just doesn't do enough damage, so he doesn't really have any use with the pull pretty much. So yeah. The 11th best brawler in the game right now is going to be Dog, or Ruffs. Ruffs is extremely versatile as well as some other brawlers in this list. You can pretty much play Dog on any single map in the game besides maybe Shooting Star or whatever. But the reason why Dog is good is he's just very easy to draft around. It's super easy to draft with a Dog because pretty much what you want to do every time is go an aggressive brawler and then go an anti-tank. So let's say you have a Mortis and a Chester on your team. Both of those have really strong hypercharges, so pretty much you can just give the hypercharge treat to anyone who needs it and they can just kill everybody. His shots are also very easy to hit, and he has two really strong gadgets that provide a lot of value in different scenarios. So pretty much you can never go brawlers that have bad pierce into Dog, because you can just go the bags and it's just a big problem to have. But Dog is not a very strong brawler on his own, so make sure you're drafting around him and he can provide so much value. Alright guys, the 10th best brawler in the game right now is going to be Pierce. The reason why Pierce is really good is because he's a anti-tank sniper. So he basically does two things at once and just provides so much value. And he's very easy to draft with. He's only weak pretty much to assassins. But even like assassins, he can kind of beat sometimes because his damage output is just ridiculously high. And he's not even weak against snipers. He's like a competent sniper against another sniper. So like against other snipers, he's still good, and against tanks, he counters them. And so it's like essentially two brawlers in one, like two brawler types in one, anti-tank and sniper. And he's very no skilled in my opinion. Like his super is very easy to use. You pretty much just auto aim it. You can like always auto aim it to guarantee a hit on somebody unless they can like jump away, obviously. So because of his anti-tank capabilities, he's like very easy to draft around as well, because whenever you lack range, you're cooked. And with Pierce, you don't lack range and you don't have to worry about tanks either. So the ninth best brawler in the game right now is going to be Damien. Damien is not like the most like all-powerful broken brawler right now as he was before, but he's still like very good, especially like in lower levels. The only thing that counters Damien pretty much is like too much HP, and he's also very weak at the start of the game. It's very hard for him to get his first super. So in like pro lobbies, they can just torture him until he gets his first super. But after he gets his first super, he's like a really big like problem on the map. He can just jump on anyone from like across the earth. He's gotten like so many nerfs, but like it doesn't even matter. His base mechanics of his kit are just way too good. Like the knockback shot and like 3 attacks is just way too easy to get. So you can basically just counter like assassins with that. And his super is just so broken. Like you can literally jump from like across the universe onto somebody and just knock them like straight into the wall with the star power. The star power that gives you a flaming fist is much better, guys, because you can just immediately knock somebody into a wall, which is just so much damage, and they can't even fight back because they're going to be like in the air for a little bit. So make sure you're abusing Damien, guys. Damien is still really good right now in the meta. Anyways, the 8th best brawler in the game is going to be Otis. So pretty much Otis is just does a lot of damage and is a very strong like anti-tank and anti-assassin. He's also like pretty good against snipers. Not like great. He's a little weak compared to snipers, so you wouldn't pick him on like a map like Shooting Star. But he definitely can compete against other snipers, especially with his splat gadget. But this is also like one of those brawlers that is like super easy to draft around. His mute is just like a total shutdown to any aggressive brawlers. So like you can basically first pick Otis on like most maps and modes. Probably not on like Knockout and Bounty. That's not where you would go Otis really early on. But in like tons of other scenarios, you can just first pick Otis or like go Otis 2-3, and then you don't have to worry about getting abused by like a Mortis or something. You can pretty much pick whatever you want after you've picked Otis, and then you'll pretty much always have like a winnable draft. Moving on, the 7th best brawler right now is Edgar. So ever since he got the buffies, he's just been so much better. Like all of his buffies are so good. His reworked gadget is literally just insane. You can basically grapple onto walls and you get a speed boost too. So there's so much mobility that you can cycle through, and it has a very short cooldown. His second star power that heals, the healing you get from the star power buffy is just insane. Like it's like 3,000 something like that, and it's just way too much in my opinion. And somehow his hypercharge buffy is even better than both of those. Like it literally gets more range and more damage pretty much. The longer range part in his main attack shot is separate to the main attack. So pretty much if you're like really close to somebody, then it both stacks. So like the longer range part and the normal main attack both hit. So you're pretty much doing like 3,000 damage per shot in your hypercharge form. So it's just super good. And of course Edgar is really easy to use, so he's just terrorizing everybody right now. The 6th best brawler in the game right now is going to be Mortis. Pretty much the reason why Mortis is so good, honestly, it's kind of all due to the combo spinner gadget. It's just the cooldown is way too short, and it's just way too much damage, and the range is also way too far. So guys, make sure you're always using combo spinner. But in general, Mortis is just way better than all the other assassins. He counters all the other assassins like Kaze, Ali. Mortis beats all of them. So if you get Mortis pretty much, then if the other team goes in assassin, then it basically is just a losing matchup automatically. The reason why combo spinner is just so good is just the pressure it provides on the map. You can be like across the map, but if you get low, then the Mortis can literally just dash up and then use a gadget on you from afar. So pretty much if you get low at any time, the Mortis can literally just kill you, and it's just super annoying to have to deal with all the time. So like especially when like someone's good at Mortis and they have low ping, it's just way too good of a brawler, way too overpowered. They definitely should just nerf the combo spinner. I don't think there's anything else that's too broken about him right now besides that. The 5th best brawler right now in the game is going to be Chester. So Chester just provides like an unbelievable amount of burst damage up close. So like you don't even need a super, you just need to like exist and you have to shoot twice pretty much, and you have your third and fourth shot, and you can pretty much like 2-shot or 3-shot any brawler in the game. So he's very consistent. Even though he's a luck brawler, he's like very consistent throughout the game because all you need is main attack shots to do a ton of damage. And guys, his candy beans gadget is just absolutely insane. Literally every like 15 seconds you can use it, and once you pop it, like you still get the buff and the cooldown starts going down. So the cooldown of the gadget is basically 10 seconds. Like it's just literally insane. Make sure you guys are like using the gadget like throughout the entire game so you can get the most value out of it. But I would say somehow the best part about Chester, even better than the other things, is hypercharge. It's really hard to get his hypercharge, honestly, but like it's literally so insane. It's very easy to chain it, so like once you bomb someone, you can probably get another one, and then you can just literally kill everybody. It's also very easy to hit and get value out of it. Like even if you miss it, if the poison hits someone, then you still like cover a part of the map with the pop rocks part of the hypercharge, and then you hit the poison so you can get some of your super back while still providing pressure. So it's basically automatic value unless you like completely miss it and place it somewhere that's useless, that doesn't block off a part of the map. The fourth best brawler right now has to be Nadia. Nadia is just so insanely broken. Her best mode right now is definitely knockout. She's practically uncounterable on knockout because it's hard to go aggressive brawlers on knockout. Like you can easily just go like an anti-tank, and then you can't even like pressure the Nadia with the aggressive brawler, because if you die, you pretty much just lose the round on like Mortis or something. Like even Mortis can't even stop a Nadia and knockout most of the time. So like pretty much the reason Nadia is so good, even though she's so counterable, the thing is if she's not countered, then you automatically lose the game pretty much. Her snakes just do way too much damage. Like when you throw them on somebody and they're automatically dead. Like I feel like that should not be in the game. The snakes should not really do damage as soon as they land on somebody. Like they don't even have to like go inside the person. Like as soon as it lands on them, they just like lose like 5,000 HP. That should probably not exist. And also her hypercharge needs like an outrageous nerf. Like I don't understand why the snakes also have double HP. Like each snake has 4,000 health and you get 6 snakes. So if you can't pierce any shots, like if you're not like an Ems or a Poco, then it's just automatically over for you. Something also super annoying about her, which makes her very strong in bounty and knockout, but especially knockout, is like her insane range. I think she even outranges Mandy, I'm not sure on that. But either way, it's much easier to like outrange someone because you can throw the little shot and then walk back. So you pretty much have more range than Mandy. So like you literally can't even fight back against her normally. Unless you like go an assassin, but then if you go an assassin, then you're kind of you might die, in knockout, and you pretty much just lose the round, or you give stars to other team. But she's still good in every mode besides knockout. She's just much better in bounty and knockout. She's really hard to draft around, so if you go Inadia, normally you want to go like Chester or Otis so that they can't go an assassin to just kill her. The third best brawler right now is going to be Crow. The reason why Crow is so good is he's just super hard to kill. He's like a small little rodent that will never die pretty much, and it's impossible for like an assassin or a tank to kill him because he just is gonna get his super repeatedly and just jump away. Obviously, his like main weakness would be range brawlers and like a lack of damage, but his hypercharge does so much damage. Like the return shots on like his super and his main attack is just so good. So he's like not really even that weak against compositions with too much HP. It's very easy to draft around him as well. Like he's like a strong like anti-tank. Like brawlers like Mortis, they can't even heal, so they can't chain. And they also do less damage if you're on the first star power, so it just ruins all the interactions. And you can't even heal. Like when he hits you, you can't heal. So he's like a little pest. You can't even dodge his attacks either. It's super no skill. And he's like pretty much a first pick everywhere except for bounty and knockout, of course, and some maps. But in general, he's like pretty much first pickable on like every map right now in the game outside of those modes. Anyways, the second best brawler in Brawl Stars right now is going to be Lumi. Ever since they buffed her projectile speed and her HP, she's just been way too good. Her like damage per second is just insane. She does so much damage, especially if you have low ping. Her damage output is just unreal, and she has a lot of HP as well, so she's like kind of hard to kill as well. Like assassins and tanks can't even kill her. Lumi is a tank counter as well, just like Pierce, and she's like kind of weak against assassins, but that's basically the only thing she's weak against. She also is kind of outranged, but you don't really pick her in Knockout and Bounty for the most part. But like her gadget is just way too good. It's like literally a loose super on the map that you get for just pressing a button. Literally all you have to do is press a button, and if someone gets like caught sliding on it, then they're basically automatically dead because they can't even walk where they want to go. And something about her super that is really strong is like it moves with you pretty much. So if you use her super and walk up, it basically gains range. So like her super, literally from like across the map, you can just stun someone. So I think that's way too good. Like you can stun someone and get 2 full shots and return them before they get unstunned. So you basically can do like, I don't know, 8,000 damage on somebody from like across the map. So it's just way too good, honestly. Finally though, the best brawler in the game right now is going to be Colette. I'm hoping you guys probably knew this. Colette has just been so good ever since the buffies. The big problem is her hypnotize gadget. Literally is like the worst thing ever. That gadget should definitely not exist. You basically can't do anything once you get hypnotized. And to make it even worse, it does go through walls as well, which should not be a thing either. But something that's really good is both her star powers are just so strong now. The mass tax one, the shield, during your super, like inside your super form, you have like an insane shield of 75%. So you're basically unkillable in your super. And in the push it star power, the one that knocks people back, it is so ridiculously fast. And they also added a tiny little stun at the end of the super. So you can't even shoot a Colette at the end of the super like you could before. So if you get your super off on someone, they have to just tank the whole thing, and they can't even shoot back until Colette's back to her original spot before supering. Her push it star power also pairs really well with her hypercharge. You can literally hypercharge someone and like chain your super back instantly. So you can just start hypercharging and blasting everyone in like half a second with the push it star power. It's honestly just unreal what you can do, which I actually do in this game right now. But yeah guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and goodbye.